Hi everybody, in this video I am going to show you how to track and log your meals if you are on a nutrition plan. So first thing, on your dashboard you will see your nutrition goal. At the top it says calories, in this case it's 1700 calories, and that is your caloric budget for the day. You also have your protein goal, your carbs and your fats as well. So I'm going to show you how to input that and how to make it make sense. So when you eat something, you're going to click on the blue plus button and you're going to scroll down to the knife and fork icon where it says meal. So at the moment, it's just showing you a picture of my table. You can either take a photo of it, or if you took a photo earlier, you can go back to tap on your photos and add it in from there, or you can actually just skip a photo. In this case, we're just going to skip a photo. So there are a few ways of pulling your meals into the app. First of all, you can use the barcode scanner. So right at the top, you'll see underneath where it says review, there's a little barcode and you can scan on that. If you scan the barcode with this part of your phone, it will pull in, majority of time, most of the food items that you're eating. It's very rare that there are any that the app doesn't recognize. And that is the simplest way of pulling the information in. However, we don't always have a barcode, or maybe you weren't organized to do it, so we can add it in other ways. So first of all, we're gonna put some details in. The first thing to mention is underneath recent will be a lot of the foods that you have already scanned. So once you start using the meal tracker, it becomes really, really easy and very non-time consuming. It does tend to take a little bit of time at the beginning. You also can favorite different foods, and you can also add in some custom ones as well. So if there is something, for example, that's not pulling through on the app, you can add your own in as well. So in this case, we're just going to type something in. So we're going to say that we had some Weetabix for breakfast. So I'm typing in Weetabix. Underneath Weetabix here at the top, you can see the number 1 and you can see cup. If we tap on cup, we can change the serving size. So I'm going to say 1 biscuit, and actually I had 2 Weetabix for breakfast, so I'm going to tap on 2. It tells you immediately how many calories are in there, but you want to click on the little plus symbol next to it. Once the blue plus is there, we're going to move on to our next food item. So I didn't have my Weetabix dry, I had my Weetabix with some milk. So I'm going to type in milk, and I'm going to type in the fact that I had about, sometimes I don't know the full quantity, and this is something to bear in mind when you're doing food tracking, is that it's only as accurate as you allow it to be. So I'm going to have probably, a cup of milk with my Weetabix, and I'm estimating here. Type that in. Once I'm happy with everything that I've put in, I'm going to tap review at the top. And it's going to show me that I've put in 2 Weetabix and 1 cup of milk. Immediately it shows me that that's 282 calories, that's 12 grams of protein, 41 grams of carbohydrates and 9 grams of fat. And I'm going to use that information to, think of my food in terms of, well, that is a relatively high carbohydrate breakfast. So if I'm looking to try and increase protein early on in the day, maybe I want to try and think about some ways that I can add some protein to that. Maybe adding some Greek yogurt, maybe adding a handful of nuts would be a good solution for that. Then I'm going to tap log in the top, and you'll see it will take you back to your dashboard, and it will show you that you've added 1 meal for the day. It will say underneath calories, it will say you've got 1,417 calories remaining for the day, and that is how much protein you've got left. If you tap on the nutrition tab, you can also see an overview of everything that you've eaten for the day and also the details. So again, if you want to just see the caloric details of Weetabix, you can just tap on Weetabix and it will show you, it'll even show you the micronutrients. So if you're interested in trying to find foods that are high in iron or high in B vitamins, you can have a look at that too. And the details is a really good tab as well, because this gives you an overview of how you're doing with your macro distribution. And I love this. I tend to focus on this more than I focus on calories, because it's really important to have a good balance on this wheel.